Hello. I am filming another video because I have been to the library and I have lots of books. So I'm doing like a library book haul type thing to just sort of show you what I'm going to be reading and reviewing. Although I did buy one book the other day, so I'll start with that one because I actually own this one, but this one won't be read until I've read all the others. So this one is Night School by C.J. Daughtery. It just sounds like your typical sort of boarding school with a secret, basically. I obviously don't know what that is because I haven't started reading it yet. I think it's quite new. Yeah, it was published this year, so it's a new one out, and I thought it sounded good, and it was reduced, so yeah, I got that one. And these are my library books. I actually went out with a friend today and spent 45 minutes in the library, and then had to carry them on the bus with crutches, which wasn't the easiest thing to do. It's actually split my Hunger Games bag. If you can see, there's actually a hole there. My Hunger Games bag, which was free, has a hole in it somewhere there because of it. Right. First one I have is that the first one? Yeah. Dark Angel by Eden Maguire. It sounds like another sort of angel type thing, like Fallen is. And I also have a sequel to it, which has just come out, which is called Twisted Heart. So they sound quite good. I will be reading them soon. The one that I'm reading first, I actually started reading it on the bus. You can see by my awesome Hermione bookmark. I'm only 9 pages in, so yeah. But it's Raised by Wolves by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and it's been recommended by so many people that I really thought, when I saw it, I really wanted to read it. Everybody's been going on about it on YouTube, on Goodreads. I've just heard a lot about it, and it's the sort of thing, it's from people that read the same sort of things as I do, so quite excited to read that. That's obviously a werewolf book, which I quite like, as long as they're not cliche, but that's more on Wattpad, online sites, amateur writers. They do have a lot of cliche werewolf stories, but this one sounds really good. I have Nearly Defeated by Rook Hastings. Haven't heard of this before, but it sounds really good. It's about seeing a ghost by the sound of things. The opening line is, "I've seen a ghost," said Emily. "Well, not one exactly, heard one. No, not seen one exactly, heard one, at least I think I have." And that's the first bit on the back that you can see, so that sounds pretty good. The cover's actually really cool on that. You can see it's like a bottle, and then it has, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's actually like a ghost face. That's really cool. This one I actually picked up for old time's sake. Private Peaceful by Michael Morpurgo. I've read it before, but I don't really remember it much. I was really young, and Michael Morpurgo is really for all ages, from a young child. I read this when I was really young, but I think I was probably about 8 or something, but I really liked it. And it goes right to adulthood. A lot of people read that as well, and this is actually being made into a film, and it's going to have the person that plays Vernon Dursley from Harry Potter in it as well. And my friend reread this recently, and when I saw it, I thought I'd pick it up because it's just sort of for nostalgia's sake, really. And yeah, I just really like this book. It's my sort of thing, but one of the things that you occasionally read type thing. So yeah. This one is another one that a lot of people have been recommending. Need by Carrie Jones. Sounds pretty original. Freaky guy stalking her. Exact words. But yeah, that one sounds really good. A lot of people have recommended that, so I'm looking forward to reading that one. Infinite Days by Rebecca Maisel. There. On the back it just says, "A beauty, a lover, a killer, a queen. Leah Buadonte, 100 years of pain, one chance to live and love again." I think this is a vampire one. Yeah, vampire. So that one sounds really good. I like vampire ones, so that should be awesome. Hardback is quite difficult for me to read, actually, because I have medical conditions, and I often read on my phone for that reason, but I really like going to the library sometimes just to still have real books, and it's quite difficult because it's quite heavy, but it's just worth it really. Like, I do think hardbacks are quite pretty as well sometimes, so yeah. This one is Entangled by Cat Claire. It's looks like she doesn't know anything. She's forgotten her life or something. She's forgotten who she is and stuff. I'm not sure. But that one sounds really good. And it's just this sort of cover just sort of appeals to me, so I picked it up. Like, I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and I don't, but if a book has an important cover, has a good book cover, then it attracts people. It's very important to have a good cover, so yeah. That one just sort of doesn't give anything away, and that's what you need to do, really. This one is The Betrayal of Natalie Hardgrove by Lauren Kate, which is the same author as Fallen. I hadn't known she'd done a different one, and when I saw it was by her, I had to get it. It doesn't really give you any idea of what sort of, vampires or whatever. I don't think it's vampires, but it doesn't really give you an idea of what it is. But it is, I'll read the blurb in the review, but it does sound really good as well. And then finally, we have Halo by Alexandra and Adornetta. Looks like another angel one, like Fallen. 3 angels are sent down to bring good to the world. Yep. So it's definitely a angel one. It's quite a big book, but I'm not bothered by that. It's actually not that many pages. Nearly 500 pages. So it's not too bad, I suppose. And that one sounds good. And then by the same author, Alexandra Adornetto, Hades. It's a completely different book, but it's by the same author. Is love a great enough power against evil? So that one doesn't give a lot away again, but it sounds really good. So yeah, I have a huge book haul. I could have gone on and bought so many more, but I didn't. Because I have school starting Monday, and it's so close to leaving school and final exams and everything that I'm not going to be able to read as much as I want to. Fortunately, or kind of unfortunately, I only have sort of 1 or 2 real friends that aren't online. Due to my disability, I lost a lot of my friends when I went back to school in a wheelchair, so it does make lunchtime and breaks a perfect time to be reading a book. So I will try and squeeze them in as much as I can. My friend reckons I won't read them in time, but I think I will, because I just devour books a lot. And they all look really good. I decided to read Raised by Wolves first just because I'd heard it was so good. And like I said, I'm only on page 9, but it is good so far, so hopefully that'll be good. So yeah, I will try and get that read as quickly as I can and review it. I'm going to do a review of Pretty Little Liars, I think, because that was really good. And yeah, so that's what's coming up, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing what reviews there'll be, and please keep watching. So, thank you, bye bye, keep an eye out for reviews.